What does hate has no home here mean to me? It means breaking down barriers that keep our community divided.
That all people, regardless of our differences, have value, have something to contribute, and deserve equal rights and fair treatment.
I love this sentiment. It goes right to the heart of the matter. Hate is not tolerated here. As the CEO for Valley Medical Center, we are excited and feel so fortunate to be part of a collaborative effort to create a community that values and fosters understanding and love.
It means to me a zero tolerance level on any form of hate or racism against any person or being, regardless of their race, their sexuality, their age, their disability, no matter what. And so the idea of hate having no home here is to have a community where people live where they feel included and find a sense of peace in their environment.
Hate has no home here, to me, means that we are creating a culture where all of our colleagues and guests feel welcome, feel cared for, and feel like they belong.
Renton Technical College is one of democracy's colleges. We serve the vibrant diversity of the greater Renton community, and our faculty, staff, and students come from around the world. Hate disrupts education. RTC empowers it. Hate has no home at RTC or in Renton.
Is not only letting go of the prejudices and biases that one might carry, but actually not tolerating it in any form from the people in your life. You know, it means speaking up when you see or hear anything that falls under that hateful umbrella.
Yes, I agree with that, and I would like to say it backward. Here, home has no hate. And to have peace in this world, we should avoid hate, we should have mercy, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and most of all, love.
Our community needs to overcome the bigotry and hatred exacerbated in our society over the last few years.
What hate has no home here represents to me is opportunity. Our communities throughout our city are filled with people from all over the world, all over the United States, and some who have lived here right beside you their entire life. Different cultures, different beliefs, and if we're paying attention and our minds and our hearts aren't clouded with biases or preconceived notion, and especially hate, we can learn something from others that makes ourselves better individuals.
Hate is always a no-no, not only here in the city of Renton, but in the whole nation. I would say no to hate crimes, especially here in the city of Renton. We always promote love in any sense. Everybody should be treated equally.
Hate has no home means a campaign where all the neighbors and the community can declare that they welcome everybody equally without discrimination on base of color, race, religion, sex. We all are in this. We all are welcoming the diversity. We are all celebrating it together. That's what hate has no home here means. It's a declaration of love. It's a declaration of belonging.
American is a melting pot. Everybody come here and contribute, help develop this country to be #1 in the world. So we should love each other, help each other, work together instead of hate and pick up any isolated group.
Hate has no home here. That's a very strong and positive message. It's a proactive message. It's not just a sign or a banner. It's a sign of love. It's a call to the community to show up in solidarity. But I think most importantly, it's a sign of hope and unity.
Hate has no home, especially in Renton. It means to me, everybody can live peacefully.
It's such an important message. We have the opportunity and the ability as individuals to really expand our circle of comfort with people. So the question that each of us ask is, if we're really going to have a community where hate has no home here is meaningful, we each need to think about what is our piece of the action? What is it that I can do to really make this part of the spirit of the community of Renton.
How will we promote equity in Renton? We are working to develop a commission that addresses diversity, equity, and inclusion throughout the city of Renton.
I'm committed to doing everything I can to promote equity in Renton by setting the example and treating everyone with respect, regardless of their race, their religion, their political views, their income levels, their age, where they're from, who you love. All people deserve respect. And I'm also committed to promoting equity by lifting up the voices and including those who've traditionally been left behind in the decision-making in our community. That's how we can promote equity.
I believe, as a community leader with over 4,000 employees and caregivers, we hold an enormous responsibility to lead by example. And we do, and we will. Our service area is home to the most diverse population in Washington state, so it is imperative that each of us challenge the personal biases that exist within ourselves to help ensure we provide the most and best equitable care possible.
To promote equity, RTC is striving to be an anti-racist institution and correct the educational injustices that have marginalized and excluded far too many in our community and kept Renton from achieving its full potential.
I will promote equity in Renton by naming injustice, identifying injustice, and advancing those injustices to the responsible official to hold people accountable for their action, and to continue to advocate and to just work with our community to break down barriers that separate us as people.
In the Renton School District, we promote equity by learning from our children and our families, and then using that in the classroom to teach others. So we're learning from each other, we're benefiting from the society around us, we're providing every child an opportunity to graduate with a meaningful diploma and become a meaningful part of our society.
Because I truly believe that when we expose ourselves to others, we realize that there are more basic similarities than there are differences. And the desire to treat people equitably, to treat people fairly, just naturally comes through.
So what equity means is really understanding and finding and eradicating the systems that perpetuate inequity. And that really takes collective action. That's not something any of us individually can do, but that's what we can do as community.
I would like to promote equity here through my media. I would say I have a newspaper, a Filipino community newspaper, which is known as Pilam Journal. And I have a radio program twice a week, I would say, which I can promote equity.
In Renton, we've been at the forefront. We've been one of the few cities that have made inclusion and equity part of our business plan. In fact, our mission statement states that we will build an inclusive, informed, and hate-free community with equitable outcomes for all.
Hate has no home here.